This is Chile, located between the Pacific Ocean and the Andes Mountains. With its mountains, lakes, deserts, and coastlines, this land is one of the most geographically fascinating places on Earth. Stretching 2,653 miles along South America's west coast, with an average width of just 109 miles, it's the world's longest and narrowest country. Because of this, you might think Chileans live spread out across every corner of the land. But in reality, 75% of Chile's people live in just 15% of its land, around the capital city, Santiago. The remaining 85% of the country is almost empty. Only a few miners, farmers, and border communities live there. So, why is so much of Chile empty, despite its beautiful weather, stunning mountains, blue lakes, and vast land? In this documentary, we uncover the hidden story behind Chile's emptiness and how it became the world's longest and narrowest country, a forgotten history of colonialism, geography, and war. From southern Chile's Monte Verde region, archaeological evidence shows that humans have lived here for at least 14,500 years. These ancient people lived in small tribes, surviving by hunting, fishing, and gathering plants. The main three tribes were the Mapuche, who lived in central and southern Chile, the Aymara, who lived in Chile's northeastern highlands, and the Coescar, who spread across southern coastal areas and islands. Also, many other small indigenous groups lived across Chile. These groups lived peacefully across this vast land without major conflicts. But this peace didn't last long. In 1541, Spanish commander Pedro de Valdivia arrived in this region. Under his leadership, the Spanish began taking indigenous lands, forcing religious changes, and exploiting local people. This led to the creation of the Captaincy General of Chile, a new Spanish colony. Many local tribes, especially Mapuche, fought back. This sparked a long and bloody conflict called the Arauco War. The war lasted over 3 centuries, and the Spanish could never fully control the Mapuche regions. On 2nd May 1808, after Spain's King Ferdinand was captured by Napoleon, local white elites in Spanish colonies, called Creoles, led by Bernardo O'Higgins, declared Chile's independence from Spain, focusing mainly on central Chile. But southern Chile was still controlled by the Mapuche. They resisted the new Chilean government just as they had resisted Spain. From 1861 to 1883, Chile's government launched a military campaign called the Pacification of Araucanía to take control of this region. This ended the Mapuche resistance and expanded Chile's territory southward. In the north, the Atacama Desert's silver, copper, and nitrate mines sparked the War of the Pacific between Chile and a Bolivia-Peru alliance. Chile won and took control of this area. In the south, Chile and Argentina disputed over Patagonia, Magallanes, and Tierra del Fuego. These disputes ended in 1902 with the General Treaty of Arbitration, which set the borders and gave Chile most of the southern region. It reaches Chile at its southernmost point. With the Pacific Ocean to the west and the Andes Mountains to the east, Chile couldn't expand further in these directions. And this is how Chile became the narrowest and longest country in the world. Chile is so long that many people don't realize how far it stretches. Its northern tip lies at the 17th parallel, and its southern tip at the 56th parallel. This creates huge climate differences from north to south. Chile's climate can be divided into 5 regions. Norte Grande, the driest place on Earth, where some areas have never seen rain. NASA even tests Mars rovers here because the soil is as dry and lifeless as Mars. North of Santiago, a semi-arid region where pisco grapes grow. Central region, home to Santiago, with a Mediterranean climate perfect for farming. Southern region, cool and rainy, featuring South America's only rainforest. Further south, fjords, channels, and oil-rich areas. This incredible climate diversity makes Chile a natural wonder. Yet despite its vast and varied landscape, 85% of Chile's land remains uninhabited due to its complex geography, economy, and colonial history. After Europeans arrived, the Mapuche and other indigenous populations dropped sharply. Historians estimate their numbers were around 1 million in the 1500s. But diseases like smallpox and measles brought by the Spanish, along with thousands killed in the Arauco War, reduced their population to just a few thousand by the early 1800s. This devastation left northern and southern Chile nearly empty. The Spanish developed Santiago as their main center for government and farming. In the early 1900s, as Chile industrialized, thousands of farmers, especially from the south, moved to Santiago and nearby areas. Over time, Santiago became the center of agriculture, industry, education, and government. Today, 7.1 million people live in the Santiago metropolitan area, about 40% of Chile's population. Valparaiso, 1.9 million. Biobío, 1.6 million, and Maule, 1 million, together hold 75% of the country's people in central Chile. The main reason so many people are crowded into this small area is Chile's challenging geography. Nearly 80% of Chile is covered by the Andes Mountains, deserts, fjords, and glaciers, leaving only the central valleys truly suitable for farming and settlement. Also, Chile sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where tectonic plates collide. This causes 3,000 earthquakes every year. These natural risks make living in remote areas even more dangerous. In many remote areas, rescue teams can take 2 to 3 days to reach people during disasters. Because Chile's narrow shape and rough terrain make transportation and communication extremely hard. For these reasons, 85% of Chile's land remains uninhabited. But Chile's government has never given up. To connect the country from north to south, they've built highways and airports, though many projects remain incomplete due to the challenging geography. The Carretera Austral, started in the 1970s, is still unfinished due to earthquakes, floods, and dense forests. Even the existing parts are hard to maintain because of frequent natural disasters. Today, Chile is using modern technology to tackle these challenges. Solar panels power northern regions, and drone deliveries help southern communities. Over 94% of people now have internet access, and satellite technology connects remote areas. New bridges and tunnels are also being built using advanced engineering. In 2023, Santiago became one of South America's top startup hubs, where technology and innovation are creating new opportunities. Renewable energy is making Chile's economy more sustainable. Industries like copper, lithium, and salmon exports have made Chile a global leader and one of South America's wealthiest, most stable countries. Still, Chile's geography remains a constant challenge. Since mountains and oceans can't be moved, Chile has chosen adaptation. This country's story isn't just about geography. It's about humanity's struggle, resilience, and ability to adapt to nature. Chile teaches us that no matter how tough the situation, intelligence and determination can overcome it. Next time you look at Chile's thin strip on the world map, remember, it's not just a country, it's an incredible story of survival, innovation, and living in harmony with nature.